Up to SeatStory Cup. My name is TJ. I'm joined on the casting couch by Camlin and Hot Form for this next match.
What's up?
Hi, guys.
How you guys enjoying it so far? Camlin, this is your first time on the couch this event?
Yeah, right.
You have been eliminated, unfortunately, but how have you been enjoying the event so far?
I think it's a great event, especially because like all the big events like DreamHack and stuff like that, it's completely different here. You just hang out, like meet nice people, some wearing ties, wherever. Yeah, it's great.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like in DreamHack, it's more the competitive atmosphere here, right? But even when you're facing against people, you're generally pretty chummy. People are laughing and having a good time.
Yeah. I think Dan called it the think tank earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Down in the basement, a bunch of players are just hanging out in the corner, just
criticizing
talking about
every play.
Criticizing every play.
When you go down there, immediately things are being said about how there was a wrong move made.
As soon as a player walks down into the player area, like every player just like starts snapping at them, like this play, this play, this
Why
play,
didn't
this
you
play.
do that?
Yeah, you kept execute, blah blah blah. You made this trade, you made this trade. So it's actually pretty funny. But we'll just start talking about the next matchup. It's Jackie Chan versus Gaara. And this one's interesting because Jackie Chan's classes, his 4 classes were Druid, Mage, Paladin, and Shaman. His Shaman was banned away, but that means his lineup does not contain either Warlock or Warrior, which is crazy to me.
Yep. I mean, we have seen some people drop Warlock in a number of their series just because Zoo Warlock's typically what's picked, and if you want to target Zoo Warlock, you don't really pick it, but not taking Warrior, I mean, there's so many types of Warrior. Like, how do you not find one you're comfortable with?
Perhaps he's just going for what class can I put Yoxaron into?
Yeah, that seems like a good strategy. But we were talking earlier, Hawthorne and I, what do you fit it into Paladin? I played a Paladin Yoxaron deck, but it was actually really bad. It was a Mysterious Challenger secret Paladin Yoxaron. Because I figured eventually you're going to draw some secrets, which count as spells if you don't pull them from Mysterious Challenger.
Maybe he's going for the insult list because, like, Evangelion just won DreamHack Spain with it, Valencia.
That's true, yeah. But this matchup, Tempo Mage versus Gaara. Versus Gaara.
And this is a very unfortunate start, of course. That's the Warlock typically what you pick into Tempo Mage to beat it after it's taken out one of your decks. And it's also a reason why you don't really, well, I personally don't like to lead with the Mage. But of course, Jackie Chan's lineup with the N'Zoth Paladin might have a great answer to Zoo after if he loses.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Camlin were actually practicing some N'Zoth Paladin before to see if we wanted to include it. And it felt like as soon as you drew Doomsayer against Zoo, you just won the match. There was almost no way that they were going to take it after that.
If you can play it turn 2 or even can wait until playing it turn 3, you always win, basically.
Extra early pressure.
And then still you got like all the AoE clears afterwards.
So has this matchup gotten better since pre-standard? Because it feels like the matchup's a lot closer now with Tempo Mage versus Zoo.
Yeah. I mean, the Nerubian Egg was the frustrating part before, where it was 6 HP that you had to use 2 different attacks to clear, and things like the Flamewaker were accidentally triggering the Nerubian Egg, and suddenly the board's even worse.
Yeah, but he's playing a list with Faceless here. It's kind of...
He had a Flame Strike in his opening hand as well, which is something that you tech in to beat Zoo, so it could be something he favors here.
Yeah, it's, I think, RDU's list at, which tournament was that?
DreamHack Sweden.
DreamHack Sweden, yeah. He played, what was it, 1 Faceless Summoner and
2 Flame
Strikes.
Yep.
So I thought that was a little bit interesting. I mean, I guess it's built for the field. Like you said, having the Flame Strikes helps you against Zoo. It also, I guess, helps against slower shamans, mid-range shamans.
This is a really good opening for Mage. To not lose your first creature, right? Like, he had a 1/1. Almost every situation, Zoo has some damage to add to that 1/1 to kill your 3/2. And now he gets to do extra mana-efficient plays.
You don't usually have a board on turn 3 as a Mage.
No. And that's how you beat Zoo Warlock, is actually getting that early advantage.
So, is there any other play beside Darkshire Councilman? No, there isn't, no.
Just Forbidden Ritual. Get wrecked by arcane missiles.
Yeah.
That's a great play. Yeah.
I mean, potentially you could tap, I guess. You could play tap and then Squire.
You never tap in the first 4 turns.
Trying to throw it out there.
Just going over the options.
tap concede.
I think he was thinking about positioning.
It is interesting to put the councilman on the right. Generally, you want the strongest creatures on the left since they die last.
Yeah.
I think you just want the strongest creatures on the...
But maybe he thinks
yeah.
like playing around Fireball in this positioning thing, because if the Councilman gets Fireball turn 4, which is kind of likely, you have the guy with the bubble on the left side, which is better.
Well, if the councilman gets fireballed on the left, that's still true, right?
Yeah, but you don't want to put the Archer Squire in the middle. So.
Yeah.
But, of course, no positioning in the hand at the moment, so it's all up to a top deck to actually
Yeah.
make that relevant.
But, you know, you got to think about everything.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
If you know you have an automatic play, you might as well make sure you have the best positioning. So, makes sense.
Yogg-Saron showing up. It's going to be a while till we can play him, but that is a very good card against Zoo Warlock.
I was
Just-
watching Hotform play a game of Tempo Mage literally right before we started
that's good.
casting, and he had the most ridiculous Yogg ever. It was against Control Warrior, and he was at like 25 health.
Well, I played,
Wasn't he
I
with
played
armor?
3 Yoggs. I
Well,
played-
okay, the last
dude.
Yogg, he was at like
yeah,
25
just
health.
face damage, face damage,
Face damage, face damage, face damage. You killed him for like 25 with the Yogg-Saron.
was-
Absolutely insane. So if
I
Jackie
think it was
Chan
17.
hands has even a semblance of the Yogg-Saron power that Hotform had in that game.
Oh, Forbidden Ritual here. That's quite some damage.
Yeah, but it feels bad to use Forbidden Ritual and then trade.
Yeah, but Jackie Chan, yeah, he doesn't look very happy here.
Ooh, that was a nice pickup. If you could just hit 1 on the councilman,
That's actually not that likely. I mean, I guess if his first 2 hit tentacles, then he has a 1 in 5.
oh, so you only need to hit 1 missile on the councilman. I'd say you have a pretty good shot here, actually.
So it's a 1 in 7, then a 1 in 6.
It
and then
gets
a 1 in
kind of
5.
deep into the math. I'll say
Yeah.
it's likely. I'll say it's
I don't think it's likely.
enough.
I don't know.
Really?
I lost 3 times against your mage yesterday, so for you it's pretty likely,
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
I'm
I'm
gonna
an
go with
optimist.
some Gaara math here. Gaara will just throw out random percentages when he thinks that.
Yesterday,
I think
Yogg-Saron,
it's
45%.
Ooh, the first one hit in face.
Not lucky.
Okay,
That's pretty unlikely.
yeah, I think like 12%.
All right, you guys can talk while
It's
I try
like
to figure
I
out what
think
the
it-
actual chance of that was.
I think it's like 60%. Doomguard. PO a 1/1 and slam the Doomguard.
You're very close to half to hit the councilman. You might be slightly over.
That's what I said.
Yeah, okay.
No, I didn't say that. I said like 4%.
In any case, by playing the missiles, he gets to save the coin for Flame Strike next turn, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, his play was coin 6, but then the 6 will just die to the councilman, so that wouldn't have worked very well.
Or just die to a buffed 1/1. So, or you could just trade in the 1/1s,
Yeah, it would have been
play around AOE.
way worse, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, this is the moment for Gaara when it helps if you knew the list, right? You can play around Flame Strike with the Doomguard, but that's not really the efficient play, so you have to be aware that that's what's coming up.
Yeah. But is it not the efficient play? Because if you tap, then that means you're making Doomguard more awkward because you're putting more cards in your hand.
Yeah, I guess. You could do, like, the
Depending
Power
on
of
your
Overwhelming,
draw.
I guess.
Yeah, I
Just-
think I kind of would have liked just cashing in on the Power of Overwhelming on a 1/1.
Ooh, doesn't expect the Flame Strike, needless
Yeah.
to say.
Yeah.
But, I mean, even if he does Flame Strike, he's Flame Striking and not developing anything. And Jackie Chan's already down to 15. So he might think, like, he could reload and still be able to play around it. But, yeah, maybe not expecting that, so...
Yeah, but
Wow.
York is 1 turn later.
That's
now.
such an unfortunate hand. You have only damage, and you're going to toss away 2 of those.
You could also tap first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think tap first Doomguard.
So if you play the Councilman, do you have lethal next turn? Say Councilman lives. You're playing 2 creatures. Yeah, you do, right? Even without
Yeah.
the buffs. Just the Power of Overwhelming, Abusive Doomguards up
Yeah.
to 15.
Yeah. So maybe Darkshire Councilman. Even though it's a weak play on the board, even if he does Fireball it,
Nice
he's
play.
got 3 mana left. So what is he going to do?
Big face.
So I guess he's dead.
Yeah.
He has a very low chance to get a taunt out of the 6-drop. There's 2 taunts for 3 mana. Oh no, 3 taunts.
Ironford Grizzly.
The Fierce Monkey and the new Tentacle 2/4 taunt.
Oh, yeah. Squirming Tentacle?
Something like that.
Is that it?
So here we go, and nope. Oh, unlovable.
Yeah. And Jackie Chan is sad because even if he wasn't dead, his Yaxaron might be pulled from his hand next turn, which he doesn't want to happen because that one was going to be his only chance to win. But Gaara does find a way, and he is going to go ahead and take game number 1 over the Tempo Mage. So I don't know, but it seems like if Jackie Chan does not have N'Zoth Paladin, then he's in a lot of trouble against you.
Yes, I would agree. Though we see the Druids do pretty well. The Cthulhu Druid.
Yeah, that's right. Druid was not. I was thinking it was Shaman for some reason, but yeah, you're right. It is Druid that he has as his 3rd deck.
Both. I mean, he's probably playing the Yogg Druid, right? Because we know Jackie loves Yogg Druid on ladder. That's what I see him playing most consistently.
I think Gaara is playing a ramp version. He played it in Valencia. I played him in the last round of Swiss, and he was playing Sogot and all that kind of big taunt guys.
Yeah, Sogot the Slitherer.
Yeah.
That's interesting. All right, well, he queued the Paladin second, so that lends us to believe that it is N'Zoth Paladin, and judging by those cards, probably. Could be anything can happen.
Well, that's a pretty good opening hand. I think you're just going to keep Pyro quality. Anytime you can clear the board against Zoo's a nice play. I mean, technically, you could even keep Soul and Vigil, I suppose. You have that combo there, turn 4. You're going to do all 3 of those cards.
I'm not sure about keeping it.
I agree. You toss it because Doomsayer is much better.
You want stuff that you're going to play like 100% of the time.
Yeah, like, as we said, Doomsayer turn 2.
Yeah.
Emote. GG.
Emote well played.
What other cards are great in this matchup? True Super Champion?
Not much. That's the funny thing about N'Zoth Paladin. It's like you have a few cards that are really powerful, and then you have all this late game, and you rely on these few cards to get you there.
Yeah.
He actually did keep Soul and Vigil.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It seems very hopeful to do that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because in order to do that, you'd have to kill, what, 4 minions on your opponent's side of the board to be able to play Wild Pyro Equality plus Solemn Vigil?
Mm-hmm.
At least if you... No. If you played on turn 4, yeah. I mean, I guess if you played a little bit later than that, it gets less and less, but still it's... But ideally now, since he has double Solemn Vigil, he could find himself in a situation where he gets to play both after he Wild Pyro Equalities.
I will note that Lay on Hands is a pretty slow card for this deck. We saw Evangelion's list had no Lay on Hands, and instead he opted for Loot Hoarders to give him extra card draw.
Yep.
Because, 8 mana, we might not even see it played this match. It's almost decided before that point.
Yeah.
And we also see Crazed Alchemist in the hand of Gaara, so like the optimal Doomsayer play isn't available.
Yep.
It's like coin Darkshire Councilman. He has 3 1-drops to follow this up, so...
There actually will be enough creatures on board.
Gaara really likes the Councilman on the right.
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
Why? The last one we had a reasonable explanation. You said because Fireball, and it made sense because Argent Squire was on the left, so you don't want to put the Argent Squire by itself on the right side if you're going to play Forbidden Ritual.
Maybe he likes to hit it with Defender of Argus, so he actually wants that to be taunted up because it's a big creature.
Yeah.
Generally, you try to protect it, but...
I suppose.
So in this case, I don't think the Solemn Vigils are going to work, right? Because it's going to have Argent Squire, and that won't actually die. So only 4 creatures will die. Mm-hmm. If he was to not attack the 1/1...
His own Wild Pyromancer, though.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
So, that's if he makes this play. But, I mean, triple 1-drop here seems...
You could also, Crazed Alchemist the Councilman and just smack face for a lot of damage.
Yeah.
It's a little risky, a little bit optimistic.
You could also just Crazed Alchemist the Flame Imp and use that to trade, so you actually get more damage in with the Darkshire Councilman.
Yeah.
You're sort of past the point of Doomsayer now. If he plays Doomsayer, you're going to be able to deal with it, most likely.
Yeah.
So that might be an option, because that way you push more damage this turn.
But on the other hand, if you just keep it and your opponent plays Doomsayer, it's like 7 damage.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
You know, it would have been really smooth if he traded the Flame Imp into the 1/1. But, of course, we can see...
Yeah. Yeah, this...
That would have been
So he can
next level by far.
Wild Pyro, Equality, double Solemn Vigil, and draw 4 cards.
yeah.
That is insane.
It's really good, but the Warlock kept board. He has 2 1/1s still. Which normally you want to get the full clear, right? Leaving him with things to develop and hit you is scary.
But hot for 4 cards, man.
4 cards for
4
0 mana.
cards.
That's a 27 life.
Yeah.
He's in a really good spot
Oh,
now.
he's playing Loot Hoarder too. Elise Starseeker.
And corrupted
Wow.
Healbot.
And Consecration will
I'm
be
down for the Corrupted
a really
Healbot,
good next
but-
turn.
Yeah.
Elise Starseeker is very unusual in
First-
N'Zoth Paladin.
For a second, I was thinking maybe it's got a Reno in there too. Because
Yeah,
the only
it might not
duplicate we
be.
saw was Wild Pyro. There's a Wild Pyro though, so.
It's possible he's not N'Zoth
Double
though,
Soul
you're right.
Vigil.
Like a mid-range
Oh,
paladin.
double Solemn Vigil, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Mid-range, Yeah.
I saw Strifecore was playing mid-range Paladin that I actually had a lot of success with like a month ago. He was playing Genie of Zephyrs.
4/6 for 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually sick.
Yeah, I mean it's true to the claw, so.
Yeah, and a lot of times you can just play it, and if they don't deal with it, and you do have a spell in your hand, you just win the game.
Yeah, so
He was-
absolutely insane.
He was even playing a Blessing of Wisdom in the deck.
Cool.
And sometimes, like, Blessing of Wisdom is actually a pretty cool flex card because you can actually put it on your opponent's minions too. And you can Blessing of Wisdom your opponent's minions, and then every time that minion attacks, you draw a card. So you put it on sort of a powerful minion that they have, and they have a downside for attacking you with it. It's actually pretty sick.
Yeah, but normally I don't like it because your opponent can decide if he wants to push face and give you the card or just deny you the card draw.
Yeah, but it's only 1 mana.
Yeah, but it's a card
Yeah.
in the end. But you can
Sure.
cycle it normally, therefore it's fine.
Yeah. Like you can just put it on 1 minion even if it's going to trade in.
Nice consecrate here. I don't know if he's planning on it, but there's definitely some mind games where if you consecrate here and you've thought for a long time, kind of suggest to your opponent that was your only one. And they'll think, oh, okay, well, I'm safe to play into another one then. Because if you're debating it so hard on kind of a smaller board, then you're assuming like that wasn't the best play or he had other options. Whereas for us, I think it's pretty obvious. That's a great play.
But
Yeah.
do you need to play it?
I'd play it. You have 2, right?
Yeah.
I really like the mind game there.
Yeah.
Well, that's sort of a dead draw at the moment. I should just Dark Peddler and try and get a 1-drop that's actually good on an empty board.
Or a Boar.
Stone Tusk Boar. Or just pick Corruption.
Reliquary Secret might not be bad. You have both your Forbidden Rituals left. I guess, no, that doesn't work as well anymore, does it? Reliquary
No.
Seeker used to be so good with Implosion, but as soon as you Ritual, you have no mana left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Did
think.
that board control.
Yeah, I think he was just looking for something that he could play on the board.
Oh, there's the Doomsayer?
At least Doomsayer looks pretty good.
Yeah, I like that. At the very least, Doomsayer becomes a 7 health heal, and you're happy if they just ignore everything because
Yeah, you
at
have
least
so many
dying is okay.
creatures.
Yeah, you can just play Corrupted Healbot and Hero Power next turn. You have a 6/6 and a 1/1 on the board to their nothing. So
You could also do like a greedy play, Loot Hoarder, Hero Power, Doomsayer, or at least Loot Hoarder. I think it's very unlikely you would consecrate.
I just don't think Doomsayer is getting any better. I mean, I think the
Yeah.
only time Doomsayer would be good is if you're clearing the board. Like if you like Wild Pyro and Consecrate to clear the board. You just put Doomsayer down to buy yourself another turn on an empty board.
You could also try to play turn 7 into Ragnaros on an empty board.
Okay, yeah, that's true. So yeah, maybe Loot Hoarder is better because Doomsayer might have additional use.
I think it's, tempo-wise, it's like good enough.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this looks really good for Paladin, right? But Warlock's actually stacking up a fair amount of damage there, which can be really surprising to the Paladin, who has no healing in his hand aside from that slow lay on hands. We're already sitting on 6, then we'll probably hit him for a bit this turn as well.
Are we hitting him for a bit this turn?
Alchemist Argus.
Oh yeah, the Alchemist. I forgot about the Crazed Alchemist. Yeah, you're right.
This will get absolutely destroyed, I suppose, by Pyromancer Consecrate, clearing the entire board and leaving the Elise alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then next turn Ragnaros.
You got your choice of Ragnaros.
Or
The bros
Lay
have
on
shown up
Hands.
together.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
the Light Lord is might be a little bit hard just because you'll have like a 3/1 Pyromancer on the board unless you trade it in.
True.
But Ragnaros is not that great against Zoo anyway. I mean, I guess it's pretty good when you can play it on a relatively empty board, though.
Yeah, especially if your opponent doesn't have so many cards.
Yeah.
Looks like pretty much game over. The Paladin had what he needed, right? He had the first board clear, then both consecrates.
Yep.
Nice played.
Well, when you have Wild Pyro Equality plus double Solemn Vigil on 4,
Yeah, that
you know, sometimes it can be a little hard for a Zoo to beat that, but it's going to be tied up 1-1.
So it's actually the first N'Zoth Paladin we saw the whole tournament, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, kind of surprising.
Because it did do well at DreamHack, so
Yeah, but
I thought some other people would have brought it.
I think at this tournament you expect a lot of people to bring Rogue, and therefore it's not so good anymore, right?
True. I brought Rogue.
Yeah.
Oh no, you tell me.
How'd that work out for you?
I lost
Really?
with that one, yeah.
Oh, you lost with Rogue.
With the Rogue, yeah.
Okay.
A lot of the decks absolutely crushed, so
Okay.
we'll wait and see when I face Paladin, I guess.
Yeah, and traditionally, well, traditionally I say, but Standard's only been out for like a few months. Traditionally, N'Zoth Paladin has been good in Last Hero Standing because it can be used as a counter deck. Whereas in Conquest, a lot of times it can get steamrolled by the curve decks, by the, you know, the
So-
Dragon Warriors, the Warlocks.
Gaara picks Warrior. I thought it would pick Druid. I don't really know which one's better against N'Zoth Paladin, but the Warrior doesn't seem like the most favorable match since the Paladin has a lot of healing.
Yeah, but
It's like a late game Warrior, though, with an Onyxia in the deck.
I like Dragon Warrior against N'Zoth Paladin
Yeah?
because you don't reload as slowly as like a Zoo Warlock.
but there's a slam in it and Onyxia.
Yeah, we have everything from the one-drop Pirate to Onyxia, so kind of curious how this is going to play out. Definitely a lot of mana variety in it.
There are actually quite a few flex slots in Dragon Warrior. A lot of players, you can run N'Zoth's First Mate instead of Blood for Ichor. You can run, or Blood to Ichor, you can run just one of those. With the 6 drops, there's some flexibility. With the late drops as well, there's some flexibility. I know some players like Firebout were running Deathwing.
Yeah, I've seen a couple different things
Yeah,
so
there
far,
was
which
some-
is always a nice surprising moment. Well, nothing to develop.
Bummer. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this matchup is like whenever the Paladin clears your board, it feels like you just play another big thing and then they can't clear your board anymore. Or if they have to heal, rarely they can afford to clear your board and heal in the same turn. So they have to heal on a turn when they're developing something, then you just tempo kill it and take out all the damage that they healed anyway. So I don't know. I feel like whenever I play this matchup, it doesn't happen very often on ladder, but whenever I do, I always feel so comfortable. It never feels like I'm falling behind.
But yeah, there you go. He's going to have a nice 4-drop, although no other dragons, I suppose. I actually think the full Pirate Warrior is very good against N'Zoth Paladin because you can just kill them before they have enough mana to use their Forbidden Healing.
Kill them on like turn 6.
Yeah, you just
Even if they do use Forbidden
weapon
Healing,
the
you just kill them the
face.
next turn because they only healed for 10.
But it seems to have fallen out of favor in these types of tournaments. Like, I thought someone would bring some full Pirate Warrior, but we haven't seen any.
I think people just realize that Dragon Warrior can do some of the same things that Pirate Warrior can. You can just kill your opponent very quickly. Alexstrasza's champion, I mean, if that gets in for 9 damage by turn 3.
Especially against like Zoo Warlock in the early game, you Alexstrasza champion their 1-drop, suddenly
Yeah.
you're at a huge advantage.
And also, it feels like it is better against Zoo because you have more resilient minions.
Yep.
You have Twilight Guardian on 4 instead of whatever else you would play on 4. I don't know, Dread Corsair, Bloodcell Cultist or something as a tempo play. Which just having that 3/6 taunt can be really hard for Zoo to get through.
Well, Paladin's hand's getting really complicated. We have quite a few different ways you can approach the match now. Warrior, on the other hand, I don't even know if you play that dragon.
Yeah, but what else could you do?
We'll see. But he loses Dragon Synergy too, so if he draws any other requirement for Dragon Synergy, he won't have it.
But the other play would be armor up into set phase.
It's what he does.
Yeah, here we go.
Feels bad.
Sad
I wanted to
face.
play the dragon, but no luck.
Jackie Chan seems overwhelmed by options here. Doomsayer.
Second Temple Doomsayer, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, the more time you buy, the better, right?
You're not playing anything next turn. So if you Doomsayer now, you just pass the turn again.
You can play things next turn.
You do like Hero Power Coin Keeper.
Yeah.
I think you could equip the weapon.
Just equip Rallying Blade.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Gonna try and play Doomsayer into Rag Light Load or something like that.
Oh, at least a Drake, no?
Ooh.
But now which one do you play? Because if you don't pick up a dragon with Azure Drake, then you get rid of your dragon synergy again for Twilight Guardian.
I think Azure Drake's really appealing because he played Rallying Blade. So then normally you would say True Silver kills Azure Drake.
Yeah.
Goes for the taunt.
I think he's afraid that he's going to lose dragon synergy.
Yeah.
He's traumatized by last turn.
Keeper Ultimate. Make it a 3/3.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why Rallying Blade is played in decks where you don't even play Divine Shields. Because Keeper of Uldaman, Rallying Blade into Keeper of Uldaman removes just about anything.
Yeah.
Actually, it does remove everything, unless it has Divine Shield itself or a Death Rattle. Punished.
So
We're not playing
close.
Azure
If he hit face, he'd be 1 damage off getting that Crusher to be big.
Okay, clears it now.
So this is the hard turn, right? Next turn you got 8s. You can clear, attack, and then consecrate. Play the Doomsayer after. Sets you up for a nice 8.
Yeah, that's really good, actually.
Yeah, that's nice. And you saw that your opponent wasn't really able to stay on curve.
He's getting into Draconid Crusher range, but Doomsayer means he's not going to be able to play that because you won't be able to play the 6-drop plus remove Doomsayer.
Boy, this just looks really strong right now.
Yeah. There's Off Paladin doing work.
Yeah.
I mean, what do? Just slam it to try and cycle through? Slam it to equip War Axe? Or
Yep.
do you want to save slam because you need that?
Oh, definitely like Waxing Face.
Yeah, Waxing Face should be the play.
I mean, it doesn't even matter what 8-drop Jackie plays next turn. Pretty much both of them win the game, right? Ragnaros will heal him. Tyrion, you get to set up for N'Zoth. You have a taunt in the way.
I like Light Lord first.
Yeah.
Because if Tyrion gets damaged, then you are less likely to heal your face. And also because you can damage Light Lord and then hide it behind a taunt
Yeah.
to protect the rest of it.
And you have to figure out how you will lose this matchup.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Like health seems to be like your slowest or your smallest resource.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good point.
It's so funny when you see a Paladin hand like this. It's just expensive cards, right? Like, how does he manage to survive to this point with all of these huge legendaries in his deck? But here he's getting to play one on an empty board.
Well, he is at 12 health, so he didn't survive by that much, and that was considering Gaara passed like turns 2 through 4.
Yeah.
So,
And then not playing on curve. He
and,
also
yeah, not
is
playing on curve, yeah.
5,
So
6.
that's how scary this deck can be sometimes. But now you just don't win.
Yeah. Now you Ravaging Ghoul, so Light Lord heals itself and continue going face.
And you
It's bad no matter what you do,
Yeah.
right? Oh.
in Twilight Guardian or Frothing Berserker? Frothing Berserker Ravaging Ghoul armor up?
Yeah, it seems all right.
Oh, the Twilight card.
Yeah, Magni disagrees.
I like that he picks Magni. It's much better than Garrosh. You get a more powerful armor up with the hammer.
I like the other armor up.
What, Garrosh's?
Yeah,
He just flips it over.
yeah.
What a plain warrior you are.
Why
No
is
hammers.
the guy with the tie starting role playing next to me? Okay, it was Twilight.
Yeah. Interesting he didn't go with Ravage Gold. Maybe he wants to have an activator for execute.
Yeah, I guess.
He's going to have to win the long game, though. Or maybe he feels like he's going to trade anyway. He's going to damage the Light Lord anyway. But I don't think that's even necessary. Is it? Because I think you can just play Tyrion and...
I'd probably hit it. You don't
Okay.
need the heal to your face that much now, right?
Yeah, and I think you can clear off the Berserker as well with the weapon. So
Is there any play other than Tyrion? You could use True Silver.
True Silver. Just attack in, True Silver.
Maybe like heal yourself? Or no, then heal the Ragnaros, I guess.
yeah, I think the problem is you have so many good plays here.
Yeah, I actually like the one Hopper mentioned. Attack in, heal up your Light Lord with Forbidden Healing, and then True Silver Champion.
Well, I guess this way, next turn you can play Tyrion and then you get N'Zoth on curve.
Yeah.
But maybe you just wait for the Tyrion because you still got like Sylvanas and for the Ensot because you still got Sylvanas and Tyrion and you just wait if they die.
I don't know. I think you won, right?
Yeah,
Doesn't even matter.
it
You
doesn't
could
really matter,
play the
yeah.
cards in almost any order at this point as the Paladin.
Maybe you can also skip a turn.
Well, the Grommash Inner Rage would have been kind of close.
Yeah.
Actually, Grommash Inner Rage would have ended it, right?
No healed up in this turn, I guess.
Oh, well, he said if he just passed. I guess he still would have had Light Lord, okay.
On an earlier turn, like it might have been relevant, but once you started healing,
Well, he could hit him in the face for 15. Don't think that's the strongest play this turn, though. Or maybe it is.
apparently it is. There's what, Ragnaros left in the Dragon deck for some face damage?
Yeah.
No, he tried.
Okay.
Yeah, he would have healed for like additional 8 and then. Like,
He would have hit him for 4, effectively.
yeah. That's strong combo.
8 mana, 2 cards to hit your opponent in the face for 4. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you'll probably attempt to kill the Tyrion, and then as soon as he gets resurrected, you know you're dead.
Yeah.
There is a lot of like dead cards in these Paladin decks that you could just hope they're sitting on. Oh, that's fun.
I mean, Onyxia is probably the best draw in the deck
Yeah.
right now, just because he gets multiple attacks.
But it's just not enough.
Nope. It's been not enough for like 6 turns.
It's a painful match to watch when you see after the Doomsayer
Yeah.
that it was just a slow death of Paladin.
Why do they call
crawling back.
it Concede Shaman? They should call this Concede Paladin.
Because it makes the opponent concede.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like this, I would have conceded like 5 turns ago.
I think it's concede Shaman because it's not supposed to win. Shaman's supposed to concede.
No, someone explained it to me.
Yeah, that's why.
That it was called Concede Shaman because it makes your opponents concede because you never win. You just don't lose.
Whenever I see a streamer with the title like Concede Priest, it's because they don't expect to win any games. They're saying like my priest deck is terrible.
No, I thought
If
it was.
you're watching,
I thought
I'll
it was
be
because
conceding a lot.
it never. The priest deck never wins. It just prevents your opponent from winning.
Maybe it's because either,
So they concede.
I don't know.
either you or your opponent always concedes.
Someone concedes. Yeah,
Someone
there you
concedes
go.
always.
We figured it out.
Yeah, we did it.
To the Coliseum.
Just Peacekeeper. Oh, enter the Coliseum, then Peacekeeper, I guess.
Into the Coliseum's like a better brawl.
I have not played
against
much
fast decks.
Enter Coliseum. So if he Peacekeepers Onyxia and then Coliseums, does Onyxia still win? Because they all have 1 attack.
I think it's. Wouldn't it be random?
I would imagine it's first creature played or last creature played, but I actually have
then
no
if you-
idea. I've never played that card much.
But then it has to be Onyxia, or because it was the first creature played.
Maybe it's last creature
Could
play,
be last,
though.
yeah.
But yeah,
Then it'd be the imp on the far right.
Somebody out there has the answer.
Or which dragon whelp spawned first? Oh, there's even a better question.
race to the Colosseum.
Well, if he's
All
going to Peacekeeper, he might as well done it. Oh, no, then the Peacekeeper dies. Yeah, I guess this is correct, because otherwise Peacekeeper dies. We forgot about his life. He wasn't important to us.
Yeah.
Damn Peacekeeper.
All right. Well, he can Surfingly into life tap and then get execute.
Easy.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, that seems like the only way you could possibly ever have a chance of winning from his perspective.
Yeah.
from our perspective, he couldn't win from 5 turns ago, but...
So I will say, it's not like this is over, right? Gaara still has the Druid left, and honestly, I think the Druid's probably a pretty good fight against this deck.
I don't think so. If it's the taunt guy.
Oh, right, it was the Taunt Druid,
I
wasn't it?
guess it's the taunt.
Yeah.
That's why he picked
A warrior, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Not going for the top deck execute here.
Maybe he feels like he needs the armor up. Which makes sense.
Which is sad.
Yeah. All right. Just trade in N'Zoth.
Seems good. Did you have anything else to add about Tyrion? I think
No.
it's just Tyrion, right?
Yeah. But even if N'Zoth was 5/7, summon a 6/6 with
Divine
taunt, that
Shield.
gives you a 5/3 weapon.
Well, I mean, I always say, it's like, if you just get Tyrion, that's 8 mana, and so for 2 mana, you got a 5/7.
that's the execute.
Wow, he actually...
Oh my goodness! If he plays Sir Finley and gets
it
and
would
has
have got
the
his
option
hopes
for
up,
life
and
tap.
then he would have gotten N'Zoth anyways.
All right. Well, I guess we're never gonna get to see. But
Tough match. That was rough.
So
Yeah.
he's taking the lead here.
with N'Zoth Paladin and Tempo Mage. All right, we'll see if this N'Zoth Paladin can go up against Gaara's Druid. It's the only deck he has left. And if you're correct, Cameron, then it's a Ramp Druid. Which, I don't know. I don't know about that.
You definitely want something explosive against the Paladins. They kind of thrive on the games that go slower, and they can control when they get to clear the board.
Yeah.
The Taunt Druid, I think, has just that slow pace that's going to be a weakness.
So there's taunt.
You were right.
Success.
Succeeded.
So key cards we're looking for here are basically just big, dumb minions.
Mid-sized minions, right? He has Peacekeepers, so... and
No,
a few
no, no,
of
like
them.
to know whether it's a,
Oh, to know that style of deck.
yeah, like Sogoth the Slitherer
Yep.
and Bog Creeper.
So Druid's strategy here is probably to like outcard the Paladin. You just try to continuously put like 2 to 3 creatures on board and force him to remove it so that you'll eventually have more cards than him.
Yeah, keep up enough damage on the board,
But
not
without,
overextending.
yeah. Really nice hand.
Ramping up like
You have Doomsayer on curve, you have a 4-drop, which is always nice against Druid, and a Peacekeeper for some control of the board.
Yeah. Whoa.
N'Zoth Druid?
You'll see in a
Or-
second. We just saw the mulligans, but that's an infested Tauren from Gaara. It can't be N'Zoth. Drew just has no death rattles.
I guess just a taunt for 4 mana, right?
it's,
Yeah.
I guess yeah. It's either him or the 3/5 guy.
Yeah.
This engine shield.
Sentence Shield Master, yeah.
Does Druid really have no death rattles? They have the 3 mana death rattle. Yeah, they got
Oh,
one.
Mounted Raptor.
Yeah, they got one.
Yeah, that's true. Wow.
You would play that in a taunt.
Yeah, yeah. Gotta get that death rattle value. Didn't Doomsayer.
Wow, maybe it is.
Oh.
Maybe he just plays Infested Tauren, Cairn, and Sylvanas with N'Zoth.
So Mire Creeper
Those
is
three are
always
pretty good.
really fun in his openings. Essentially, your Innervate turned into a Wild Growth, and you played a 3/3 early.
Fair enough. And next turn,
It's pretty solid.
Yeah.
can stay on curve, 4, 5, 6 on hand, and still having the coin.
Go 4, 5, 6, 8 if he draws an 8 drop.
So Doomsayer here be actually cleared with Coin Druid of the Claw charge.
Yeah.
I think you'll probably Doomsayer because, yeah.
I mean, there's no better play.
And you have a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So this is that point where, like, I don't know if you want to put more creatures on the board. You've got 2 creatures attacking. You know the Paladin's going to have to respond with something.
Yeah, I think it's 8 damage on the board, so why should you put another one?
You can start trading in.
Yeah. I don't even know what Paladin does. You can clear, you can Peacekeeper the 4/4, or you could Elise. Elise is very slow, but the board doesn't trade very well on it. Part of the problem is Jackie won't have any information of what Gaara's playing. if this was the next series after they'd watched each other match up already, you'd have a lot better idea what you want to do.
Yeah, and the opening hand doesn't really say much. Druid of the Claw is pretty much in everything.
It can be.
It can be.
Yeah.
Like some Cthulhu lists don't run it. Even some of the token lists don't run it, but there's always the threat of it.
So I guess we're pushing the Corrupted Heal bot because it's a really big creature, so you expect this can be stronger than what he does.
Yeah. It's going to be much stronger than an Infested Tauren, that's for sure.
He looks kind of surprised.
Yeah, I was surprised too.
So just Garen.
What is this deck made to beat? This Ramp Druid.
Aggro, I guess. Maybe...
Like Zoo?
Well, I want to say Warrior, but he didn't let Jackie... No, Jackie didn't bring Warrior. That
Yeah.
might be really frustrating for Gaara if he built his lineup to beat Warrior and Jackie's the only player that did not bring Warrior to the tournament.
It's
But
ac-
Paladin.
Yeah.
Yeah, but brought Paladin
It's
instead.
actually frustrating for a lot of people that don't know their groups when they submit deck lists.
Yeah.
And then they get Jackie Chan in their group.
And they just, oh no.
Oh no.
My lineup was supposed to work and now it's not.
I can't remember who it was. There was an interview with somebody. It might have been at like your prelims or something. And I was talking to someone who lost to Jackie Chan. And they were like, yeah, got a little bit unfortunate. Thought I prepped really well for the tournament, but then I played against Jackie Chan.
Prepped well against like 90% of the
Yeah.
players here.
Jackie Chan is placed into tournaments or participates in tournaments just to keep everybody else in check. Just to keep the meta steady.
So using that equality really early will punish him quite a bit if N'Zoth is actually in this Druid deck. Now, we don't know that's true, but you need a board clear as Paladin to deal with an opponent's N'Zoth. And you have that option with the amount of value like clears you have, but when you use them too frivolously, you're going to get stuck.
Yeah. Or Raven idling for a minion.
Yeah, I agree with
Yes.
that.
I know it's a bold call, but it's got to happen.
Kind of depends on
You
your
could swipe this
possibilities
turn
to
too.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
swipe Wild
Swipe
Growth.
is sure, I guess.
I guess you're still Raven idling anyways.
Yeah.
And there is merit to like, well, I don't know what kind of situation I need a minion or a spell for yet.
Or as Fandral, who wants to get an Arcane Intellect instead of a Raven Idol.
Yeah. Like, might want to wait a turn. Doesn't have a play for next turn anyway. But if you find an 8-drop from Raven Idol, then that might make a difference. But
He's
I
gonna
guess
save
there's
it.
no reason to play right now.
Nice conservative play.
Yeah.
I think it's really hard to make a decision like that when you're already losing in the series.
Yeah.
Shows a lot of discipline.
The Reg Bros showing up again. Beautiful 8s.
It's just perfect and curve again.
Yeah, so Gaara really needs something here. Nourish is
Oh.
great.
Yeah. So the big problem is Druid can't take the board back quickly, right? And if he does have an 8 next turn, Tyrion, Ragnaros, any of those things, you're going to be massively behind.
Yeah. But you don't really have a choice right now.
I kind of feel like we got punished for not playing the Raven Idol last turn, because now we really want to see if we got a creature relevant to use here to develop our board instead.
Yeah. Like an impactful 8-drop. What if he got his own rag from Raven Idol?
And
Whoa.
the first of 3 rags.
Yeah. But now you just have to nourish.
Yeah, that's
I
what he
imagine
does.
there's some mulches, right, in this type of deck? Ooh, Innervate Drake's nice.
Maybe there's a N'Zoth and a Yogg in here.
I bet there's a York in there.
I talked about it yesterday, but it feels like Yogg is, if you do have enough spells in the deck already, you can probably find something to cut to put Yogg in.
Yeah. He does more than any single card. All right, which Ragnaros?
Sometimes
Healing?
he does more than your whole deck.
I like the healing here.
It's true.
It's sad, but it's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like healing. Yeah. I mean, the Ragnaros Firelord's going to hit a death rattle. And you still get to choose where that 8 damage goes next turn, which is a nice part of the Light Lord.
Yeah. You could also trade into the 1/5 Karen, leave the Bane up, and then play Rag the Firelord to try and clear the board.
True.
But if you don't clear the board, you kind of get punished because then Bane can make an easy trade into the Elise. So this makes a little bit more sense in the long run.
Oh, can he clear? He can at least do a lot with like Drake, Swipe, Innervate Wrath. Can't clear.
It's definitely Nazoth in here.
It
Wow.
is. Or maybe it's Drakes.
That's a solid play this turn.
Yeah.
This is the deciding turn for the Druid, I think, about what you choose to do. So if you had Chill Mod there, like he's probably not dead. He's at 26, right? There's no way he's going to die.
No.
And then the Chill Mod does some damage, hits your Karen, but it's a death rattle. Next turn, your Swipe's more effective with Spell Power. Because this turn, all you can do is kill the Light Lord. And I guess the Peacekeeper.
I mean, killing the Light Lord and the Peacekeeper is still a pretty big deal, though.
Yeah. Getting back board.
And those Raven Idols can actually do quite a bit. So Gaara might be able to come back in this one. This is a pretty big swing turn.
You could also Wrath for a card on the Light Lord and then trade the Karen in, which means the Karen will die and you'll have a stronger creature.
Yeah, I think that's what he was thinking about here, and he is going to go for that play.
No,
Wait, no?
No.
I thought he chose the left option. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Still strong.
It's a good trade. So.
Yeah.
If you can deal with the Ragnaros, I mean, Paladin's starting to run out of steam. It's going to have a dead turn where he'll Solemn Vigil for like 4 mana.
Yeah, and maybe now you have to take the 50-50.
I like that. You hit the Karen, attack Drake with the weapon, Ragnaros.
So it's basically the race to Nazoth now.
Yeah.
But it's also Jackie Chan needs to actually draw death rattles.
Yeah,
So-
Tyrion would be really good too, right?
Yeah. Well, hits the 4/5, so Rag's going to go untested, but 2 Raven Idols can pick up a mulch.
Yeah, you also have like Wild Growth to cycle.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, Gaara has played more death rattles, a lot more death rattles. Karen, Infestatorin, and now Chillmaw. And so he's going to go
Alright.
ahead and look for a spell here. Ouch.
Those are terrible.
Yeah.
Easy stealing touch.
I don't know which one of those you even take.
Mark of the Wild.
Yeah.
You can Mark of the Wild your Chillmaw, and then it dies to Rag still.
Or like the Druid of the Claw with Charge. Mark of the Wild could be useful.
Yeah.
Or you go for Soul of the Forest and try to get Insert to spawn all the other guys again. Which doesn't work.
Naturalize. So you take it, but yeah, you give your opponent fuel and he's so low on cards.
But you do get to naturalize and develop a Chillmaw.
Yeah?
Is the thing. So
Oh, what a strange card.
Okay, let's see what he gets.
Forbidden Healing.
Sylvanas.
Sylvanas.
Okay. Well, this is going to be pretty big now for Jackie Chan. He can keep Revoldemon and develop Sylvanas. Maybe that's not better from his mind, though. Maybe he wants to choose over Champion. Because you have both Forbidden Healings, so you might want to start using your health a little bit more. And Keeper Voldemort can deal with an even bigger thing.
Yeah.
So Sylvanas, or you draw cards?
Sylvanas.
Second, Mr. Torrent.
Druid of the Claw, charge hero power to kill it. You can draw cards.
Yeah, now it really is the race to Nazoth.
Yeah.
Whichever player draws Nazoth first has a... Oh, there we go.
All right. Now we got a game.
Yeah. So now it's definitely Druid of the Claw, hero power.
Infested Tauren, Mark of the Wild, Hero Power. The Death Rattle from Infested Tauren goes off after Sylvanas and challenges on the board. Also gets you an extra Death Rattle in play for N'Zoth next turn.
Or
It's
your
really
opponent finds
tempting, but
or your opponent finds another way to deal with Infested
yeah,
Tauren.
then you get screwed.
And then he has a Sylvanas on the board and can just like free steal a Chill Maw somehow. Who knows? I feel like Infested Tauren's just risky.
I agree.
N'Zoth is going to bring back an Infested Tauren, a Chill Maw, and a Cairn. I think you're okay with that.
And you saw an equality clear already.
Yeah.
All right, Paladin gets a freebie turn. This is huge if he could draw something.
Tyrion. Tyrion into N'Zoth.
Not
Keeper
really.
of Uldaman.
A second one.
That's so awkward too, because your play is 6 mana with Hero Power Keeper, but then you don't draw cards, right?
Yeah.
So maybe you just draw instead. The Keepers are also kind of good against Druids since they have bigger creatures.
Yeah. And since he could now know that this is definitely a ramp style Druid, those Keepers have to have much more value in his head.
And as you said earlier on, it's whoever draws Insult first. So he wants to cycle to
Yeah.
the Insult.
It's so strange to see a golden monkey showing up like that.
There's no Golden Monkey yet. It's only the map.
Didn't play it either.
Yeah, it's going to go back up to 28. I would think he would play that. Huh.
All right.
There you
Well, now how do you win?
go. Loot
Golden
for the
monkey into
120.
Deathwing.
There you go. You found the solution.
Easy. There's always a way out with the golden monkey. Oh, this is atrocious.
Even if you get Deathwing, it still leaves a 4/5. And a 2/2.
I think at least you cycle. You can hit the Infested Tauren, and then you Consecrate, the Death Rattle will die. You could, like, Keeper of Uldaman, something else. Of course, it doesn't die to Consecrate yet.
This is bad.
Yeah.
But what's your best chance to get out of here?
First you map.
You get equality, right? You're gonna need to clear the board. You're not dead yet, so go max card draw. How many cards left? Druid has 10 cards. Paladin has 12 cards. So if he was to draw the 3 cards for next turn, he'd have a 1 and 4 to pick up his equality by then.
Yeah.
That was nice. Reduce some damage.
Yeah. And his stuff sort of trades in here. Master Jouster.
But he played a Pyromancer already, right? And that was Consecrate. He's really running out of ways to combo with equality now, even if he was to draw it.
Jousts in 2016, Ellie Giggle.
I hope that there's a Yogg and a N'Zoth in this Druid deck.
I bet there is.
I mean, that would just be so beautiful, wouldn't it?
It would be.
To have 2 10-drops, and then the Jouster seems awesome.
He played the Joust
Yeah.
at Valencia as well, and especially because he played like double Invested Tauren already, or he played one and has one in his hand, so he almost always triggers.
It's actually pretty sick. It's like King Zelek in Yoggenload Hunter. You only have 2 minions in your whole deck besides King Zelek. It's Yogg-Saron and Emperor Thorsan.
Yep.
So you almost always win the joust, unless your opponent has like another 10 mana card in their deck, or you get Emperor and they have something bigger.
It's going to get to this funny situation where there's a lot of damage on board, and the Paladin just heals himself to live for another turn.
Oh, well, there's a Wild Pyromancer. So,
Got some map synergy. Actually does good damage to the board.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you Pyro map Forbidden Healing, it's going to be left with a 2/2, or rather 2/1, a Cairn.
I think it's Pyro map top deck equality.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That seems like a better line.
Now, 10 cards, 1 in 10 to draw quality.
Not terrible odds. Can he draw? Does he have a
Hearthstone
consecration left? Can you draw a consecration and have it be a little bit better of a clear?
I want to say he played 2, but we've seen his Paladin play a lot of games now.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess we'll see. But it's actually.
Oh,
Wow.
I knew it.
that was PogChamp worthy.
Oh, but now you have to forbidden healing your wild pyro if you want a full clear.
Yeah.
No, but then you can't play equality.
Oh yeah, because it uses all your mana.
Yeah.
That's right. So there's no possibility for a full clear.
But still, it's fine, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, if Gaara isn't able to develop anything this turn, if he plays Azure Drake and doesn't find a way to deal with the Doomsayer, that's all of his tempo lost. And Jackie Chan still has Tyrion left in his deck, N'Zoth left in his deck. What other death rattles? Did he have Cairn?
Yeah, he says Cairn.
Cairn?
So. Druid's really running out of creatures. He's also fatiguing first, just has less cards in general.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know if it'll come down to fatigue because once Jackie Chan plays N'Zoth, I don't think Gaara has a way to deal with that. There's no board sweeps.
Definitely not.
So.
And I think at the moment he
Oh,
has
Yogg,
a really
maybe.
hard time to not get tilted at all because he saw a top deck. And
Yeah.
he immediately like his hand to his head.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he has Yogg, but I think Yogg's the way for the Druid to win from this position. There's just not going to be a lot else that does enough in the game.
I feel like Yogg's always the answer.
I don't think he has it. There's just not been enough spells aside from the Raven Apples.
Oh, that's
sick.
yeah. That's a huge deal because if he went into the next turn with nothing on board, and that's a bold call by Gaara. That's something that you have to know your deck inside and out. You have to know exactly how many. What are the odds that you draw a spell that turn that's going to get you out of that situation, and what's the likelihood, and is it worth it?
That was definitely top deck for top deck worthy. We had equality off the top into Living Roots for the perfect clear.
Yeah, so it's even, right? We call it even?
Yeah.
All right. May the best top decker win.
Well, if you Cairn and Keeper, you're developing the most power, right? But you're going to get punished by the Ancient of War if you use the Keeper.
Yeah, also Keeper just doesn't really do much. It just gets traded into whichever the second minion is.
Well, if you...
Holy moly.
It's got a lot of creatures.
Oh, second one uproot.
Yeah.
No
Maybe.
qualities left. There's no real way to clear the board now, I guess. Druid,
Yeah.
anything he sticks will actually remain there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's still Ensot in the deck.
Still Tyrion.
Still Tyrion, yeah.
That's a problem. If you play Tyrion, you're like too far behind to actually use the momentum, right? You can't really attack stuff.
Well, you need Tyrion into N'Zoth like the next turn.
Yeah.
Because he still has a Sylvanas.
He has a lay on hands.
Well, no, like he has a Sylvanas that's going to come out from N'Zoth. So, like, that's going to be the big deal, I think.
Okay.
I think. He might just be dead by the time that happens.
Yeah, it's just questionable if like he actually has enough time to play the creatures and then play N'Zoth to get enough power.
We shall see.
Looks like Smork time.
Yep.
Smork.
Uproot.
Uproot. Do it.
How do you get punished for Uproot?
He can trade on it.
Oh.
He can just trade on it.
You can't trade into it.
No.
He has 5 days. Oh,
Just
no, you're
go
right. He
phase.
powers the thing. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Uproot might have worked. It's kind of the same, isn't
Deals
it?
with Tyrion even better.
But
Well-
you're protecting your
That's
drakes.
Drake, yeah.
Who cares about your Drake when you have an uprooted Ancient of War?
Weapon draw is terrible.
but
I
maybe-
think he's dead. Is there... He can kill the Ancient. There's 9 on board, so I guess he's not quite dead.
But yeah, you just heal up, right?
Oh, he's going to heal. Okay, fair.
Heal for 12. Yeah.
I always like to think of the heal as the full turn. Yeah, you're right. This is why I don't play Paladin.
There's many reasons
Well
why
played.
a lot of people don't play Paladin.
Yes.
What is this card? It heals. It doesn't do any damage.
Well, it can do damage.
Oh yeah, right.
If you get Auchenai or Embrace the Shadows. How does a Paladin get Embrace the Shadows?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Priest can get
Oh, it's a secret priest drake.
Nexus Champion Sarad. There you go.
Oh, Lore Walker Cho.
That, yeah, Lord Walker Joe. You'd have to be pretty foolish to play and Embrace the Shadow.
Ooh, Death Ring.
There it is. All right, well, I mean, it doesn't really matter.
It will.
Will it though?
After insult?
Maybe next game.
Yeah, but you have to. After ends off means that it'll just get stolen
Yeah,
by the
right.
Sylvanas.
Sylvanas.
Yeah, true.
So
Sad face this.
by the time Deathwing matters, I don't know.
So is Paladin dead right now? He needs something relevant, right?
Yeah, Tyrion.
And N'Zoth doesn't do it.
How many cards does he have left in this thing?
Paladin has...
Five
no,
console.
Druid has 5.
No,
Paladin has
8.
8.
And? Is he?
Well...
Oh.
Yeah, you play it.
That'll do it.
Oh, the top decks are real this
Throwing away
game.
Tyrion and insult.
Maybe you're not though. Maybe you're getting more Tyrions.
Oh.
More N'Zoths.
Oh, this game is so top deck heavy now. Every single card is random.
I think the nature of this matchup, even though it's a matchup that doesn't happen very often, they both like run out of resources pretty quickly.
Do they? They're at fatigue before they're out. These are like just slow decks.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like they both just like play. They either react to their opponent's board by using
Yeah.
a lot of spells,
Yeah.
or they play one big guy. Gotta do it.
Oh man.
Is there a draw that wins Gaara the game? I don't
Oh.
think so.
There's probably some damage.
I see running Mulch. Mulch does the deal, I guess. Nope.
I wonder if you Deathwing here. Nah, I guess you have Tauren and an Emperor, right? Because better curve. I think if you drew something kind of unplayable, you might Deathwing. He has no cards.
Yeah, you just play it now, and then he will play a card next turn, most likely.
Yeah.
And the Golden Monkey brings us. He needs like Reno Jackson. Oh,
Blood Mage Thanos.
not quite the star of the show that
Rip.
was required.
Ripperino.
All right, it's gonna come to the final match then.
Yeah, which is going to be Druid versus Druid.
Oh man.
That'll be fun.
So it'll be Yogg Druid versus N'Zoth Druid.
Yeah. Well, we assume it's Yogg Druid because it's Jackie Chan.
Yeah, because Jackie Chan.
Could be Egg Druid.
I bet he'd still have a Yogg
Egg
in there.
Yogg Druid.
I have a feeling there'd still be a Yogg in
Yeah.
there. This is tense.
This is really tense, yeah. I mean, the risk that Gaara took with the Azure Drake, I mean, I guess it's not that big of a risk because if you don't do exactly that, Azure Drake, and then get a spell to deal with the Doomsayer that one turn,
Yeah.
then you lose anyway. So I think he figured he had to go for it and ended up being a big swing.
And I'm kind of hoping they both get an Innervate, because I always hate when we see one guy with 2 and the other guy doesn't get 1.
It's not as bad as it once was in the combo days, where if one player got an Innervate, the game was over.
Yeah.
Nowadays, there's some comeback potential, things like that. It's not as swingy.
Like top decking one.
Yeah, exactly.
So obviously, I've never played Gaara's Druid before, but in my experience, the token Druid is very favorable against other Druids, because Druid struggles to clear the board.
Yeah.
Then again,
Whoa.
that Deathwing might be kind of relevant in this matchup.
Well,
If he makes it to...
They both have a decent hand. They're kind of like different hands, but they both have, the early game ramp tools to play
Yeah.
with.
I like Jackie Chan's hand better.
Yeah, me too.
A lot better.
I mean, his deck's just lower curve, right?
Yeah. Like, Gaara doesn't have a play until 4. Unless he
Thorazan,
has something to Wrath.
Thorazan's always nice.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
he goes first. Going first is generally preferable.
I guess you can innervate Thorazan on 4 into Jouster on 5. Unless you pick up something in between.
Oh, well, now it's getting pretty out there.
Ooh. So
Innervate Fandral, coin Mire Keeper next turn. Just don't even play Wild Growth. Druid can't really kill it, right?
Yeah. Okay. Just wants to ramp up.
Raven Idol into a Wild Growth or an Innervate.
Or a healing touch.
Another healing touch.
He just always gets healing touches.
Feral Rage. I think
Yeah.
you just take the most damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you heal up for 8 or armor up for 8, it's the same, right?
It's actually, yeah, armor's just better than healing touch in
Yeah.
every way.
Ah. You can healing touch a minion. right?
Okay. Yeah, you could. Another wild growth.
Another wild growth.
I don't even know what you do now.
Wild growth.
Teacher, innervate, wild growth.
Yeah. Because next turn you can... Oh, no, you can't. Because next turn you'd be on 6 mana, so you'd have coin still, so you'd only be on 7 mana, so you wouldn't be able to Fandral Mirekeeper. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah, but you can just wait for the Fandral turn.
Yeah.
If you play Fandral, I don't think Druid can kill it still. 5 damage is really annoying when you only have 4 mana. You need like
but
6 mana.
You only have to Mirekeeper.
I'm just gonna mine. Okay.
He's just going in. All right.
Well, for all the ramp that Jackie had, suddenly Gaara's actually in the driver's seat. Thorazan needs to be removed, and he's got reductions on his hand.
Yeah, he basically made up for it. The 2 ramp effects that...
The curve's really
Jackie
nice,
Chan
too. Jouster into Chilma is both strong plays back-to-back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vandal Wrath. Innervate Hero Power.
Teacher, Wrath. Teacher, Wrath for draw.
What
Innervate Hero
cards are the most important in this matchup for the Yogg Druid?
Power of the Wild, Soul of the Forest if he plays it.
So maybe you want to hold on to Violet Teacher until you can get like a sick Violet Teacher turn.
Yeah.
So
And he's aiming for that play like
yeah,
for the last couple of turns.
yeah, he wants like a big combo.
Oh, he can coin into a Raven Idol now, too.
Ooh,
that coin was looking a little
sick.
weird where he wasn't going to get much out of it.
Yeah, he's
Then
got to
he-
go for it because he's running out of time. He has 2 choices to make with Raven Idol.
I mean, like, he doesn't have to play it because it goes with the teacher, too, right?
Yeah.
Teacher would be really sad about it.
Yes, you would. Real sad. Good job, Jackie Chan, factoring in Violet Teacher's feelings.
Pleasuring the teacher.
Oh, yeah, I guess
Sure.
you remove. It's too bad that was Fandral. If that was any other 4-drop, you just play your own creatures, and he even picks up the 7 for like a perfect 5, 6, 7 curve. But that's just such a threatening creature. Now it's curious, like if to coin Raven Idol, a little bit different. Like that's actually a big decision. You
Yeah.
get an extra card, or you're going to get some recruits out of the teacher.
Yeah, I'd really like to coin Raven Idol.
Power of the Wild?
As much as you
Oh.
want to pleasure the Violet Teacher.
Pick up Power of the Wild here, coin Living Roots, Power of the Wild. Nope. These Raven Idols have been pretty missing in action today for actual good cards.
Yeah, we can see it though. It's Wild Growth, Feral Rage, Swipe are the options. So
Probably Swipe.
Yeah.
It's a pretty awesome card.
The only one that least damage.
I think you could just have a handful of Swipe and you'd be happy with that. Just draw Swipe every turn.
would you though?
Yeah, I'd be pretty happy with it.
You
If
just swipe face every turn.
Yeah. I'd be down for that.
You win in what,
Maybe
8 turns?
occasionally you swipe a creature just to
Like-
make sure.
Yeah, I guess you win in 7 turns. All right, just picks up second swipe.
There was that Tavern Brawl like that, right?
What? Every card is swipe? I don't think that's been a Tavern Brawl.
No, there's Tavern Brawl where you only have 2 cards in your deck. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You could do like Swipe and Innervate.
That's terrible.
And then you
That's the
face,
worst.
then
That's
you
pretty bad.
face Gaara, who has Healing Touch every turn.
Yeah, exactly. He countered the meta.
Oh, Soul of the Forest. Oh my
that's
god.
sick.
There's no dragon in hand
Oh.
either. Jackie's going to be scared that the AoE goes off, but
Yeah, he's so happy to.
oh wow.
I think you can.
I think that's a win. Like,
I think you can double trade. You can trade 2 of the 1/1s, swipe.
we Soul first.
Yeah, maybe he has a
Yeah, but if you.
Azure Drake.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Soul first and then swipe and trade in. Because
Yep.
then even if there was a. I don't know, because then you can get more souls if you swipe, if you soul second.
just fill up your board and then you soul,
Yeah.
swipe first and
Yeah.
trade into it.
How much health is this? This is like 14 health for 4 mana. He's adding to the board. It's 7 times 2, right? So
And
that's
there's-
a lot of stats.
And he's going to realize that there's no dragon, so that's going to make him even happier.
I think we're coming to Deathwing time.
Oh, yeah, Deathwing is going to spawn, and then you give your opponent 5 2/2s. And he's still 3 turns away from Deathwing.
Oh, the power of Druid is showing through. Damage on board's kind of low. It's like the one disadvantage.
Yeah. Still, you can just trade Drake's swipe, so it's fine, right?
Another swipe.
Oh, God.
Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Just keep showing up.
No, I'd rather have Power of the Wild.
Savage Roar.
Savage Roar as well, yeah. All right, there you go. There's your deck. Your Tavern Brawl 2-card deck. Savage Roar and Swipe.
With no minions. Is there anything you could do that just adds damage?
There's another swipe,
Yeah.
but it's not enough here.
It's like the last 3 cards that have been drawn have been Swipe.
You Wrath the 2/2. You swipe. It's gonna be 9 damage. Hey, you're not dead. That's 9 damage. Oh, you are dead to his swipe though.
Yeah. What if you Wrath the 2/2 and Swipe?
Yeah. He's
There's-
left with 3
There's
2/2s.
12, or there's 11 damage. He's left with oh, no. Okay, sorry. The last apprentice doesn't have Death Rattle. You're correct.
So technically you can live, but it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Taunt up, maybe.
And technically you can live not knowing he has damage. We know he's dead.
Jackie Chan looks very nervous at the moment.
How could you be
Fidgeting
nervous
in his
once you
chair.
drew Soul of the Forest?
Yeah. I think because he like didn't play Yogg this series, so he's like a little bit like on
Yeah,
edge.
That's true. No
He didn't get his Yogg fix.
No.
Yeah, just skipping some turns.
He just starts ending his turn.
Does it actually save him?
Oh, there it is.
He didn't
right.
win the joust, so no, it definitely does not save him.
There's his Yogg fix right there.
Yeah.
At least he got to see it. But yeah, that's going to do it. And that means Jackie Chan is going to take the series and move on to the winners match
Yep.
of
Congrats.
this group. Yeah,
They
he'll
both-
face off against Life Coach.
Yeah, they both still have more chances to play, so Gaara's not eliminated yet. He just has to win his next 2 series.
Yeah. So,
We
Team
should get a
Anubis,
quick
yeah.
winners interview. I'd be curious to hear what Jackie thought about not playing Yogg at all that entire series.
yeah, if he ever gets up, he's too busy rubbing his head. But that's cool, though. All right, there we go. He's coming over. We'll get him in a second.
Where's the mic?
It's on its way out.
Professional.
But yeah, a little bit of an interesting lineup. I'm going to ask Gaara later if he's sad that he probably made a lineup to counter one that was the exact opposite. Jackie Chan, make room for the man.
What's up?
Hello, sir.
Oh, hello.
Hi there.
How are we doing?
How do you feel after your win?
Exhausted. I was
The mic closer to your mic.
exhausted. I was so nervous.
Really?
The whole
We
I
could
was-
tell. You look
I was
pretty
really,
fidgety.
really nervous, and I misplayed really bad in the Paladin Druid game. I went like really hard for him having a dragon in his hand, and then he didn't have a dragon in his hand, and I got really punished by the Chilm or Death Rattle. But
Oh,
yeah,
well, talk to us a little bit about your lineup. We know that you'd like the Yogg decks, the Druid and the Mage, but why did you bring N'Zoth Paladin?
I brought N'Zoth Paladin because I just genuinely think it's an extremely strong deck. I think it can just has the potential to beat anything really, and I play that Enter the Colosseum just so that
Yeah.
against like the aggressive decks you have it's just like one extra AOE effectively. So
I was going to ask
Yeah.
about the golden monkey and the N'Zoth Paladin. It's not normally a tech choice that you would have a golden monkey. Right?
yeah, because I run things like Enter the Colosseum, it's like slightly weaker against control, and so the Elise kind of gives me all these kind of dead cards in my hand, just turn them into legendaries all of a sudden. So yeah, I like the Elise. Yeah.
Yeah, Elise is just one card. It feels like you're not really sacrificing much by putting an Elise in your deck,
Yeah.
especially control decks.
And I don't play just Dakar either. So.
Yeah. So you're going up against Life Coach
Yeah.
in the winners match. Did you get a chance to watch his games?
I did, yeah, I did. I'm scared.
Why are you scared?
Scared and excited because it's life coach. It's life coach. Yeah, this is big for me.
Just a cuddly guy.
Yeah, I'm just a little guy. Like plays
Yeah.
druid,
Yeah.
likes Yogg. Like.
Life Coach is very scared of Yogg-Saron.
Sorry.
Yeah, Life Coach is very scared of Yogg-Saron.
Really?
Yeah.
He should be.
Yeah, everybody should be. The entire Hearthstone community should be scared of it. Do you, after seeing his lineup, he's got like Rogue and stuff. Do you think? How do you think your lineups are going to match up against
Yeah, well, I
Life
didn't
Coach?
get to see because he won 3 games with Rogue. Didn't get to see all of his decks.
Yeah.
But
You can probably kind of guess. Life coach is usually pretty predictable with his deck choices.
I'm sure I'll be fine.
Okay. All right.
Maybe drawing Yok this time.
Sorry?
Maybe drawing Yok this time.
You didn't even get to play a Yogg.
Exactly. I can't like leave the tournament not playing Yogg. That's,
that's for sure.
I saw that when I was playing the mage in the first game, I was like, please let me survive so I can play Yogg. Never looked, but he killed me. Never mind.
Yeah. I can tell you one thing though. I'm excited to see what your shaman deck has. We got a little bit of a taste of it, but we can't reveal anything. But I'm excited to see what if nobody bans it.
You should be. You should.
Yeah. Jackie Chan, I don't know. Maybe you would surprise everybody and bring aggro shaman.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen you play aggro shaman on your stream.
Sorry?
I don't know if I've ever seen you play aggro shaman on your stream.
No, well, I like to. Like my whole thing is like I like to try and make fun decks competitive. So like
yeah.
I played because I brought Nazoth Bald into the tournament because I didn't want to have a full jokey. Like I didn't want to just come and like as a joke. Like,
yeah.
I wanted to take it seriously at the same time. So like I play quite a lot of Nazoth Paladin and I really like the deck.
Yeah.
And I'm confident with the Druid. Tempo Mage kind of is good against some of the things my land's weak against, and I play the deck quite a lot.
Yeah.
And not going to mention the Shaman.
Yeah. Well, only time will tell. Only time will tell. But congrats, man. You played well, and hope to see you move on and play against Life Coach.
Yeah,
so
thank you very much.
Big congrats. But that's going to do it for that match. We do have the rest of the group going to come in store in a second. But before we jump into the next match, we're going to send it over to the poker table, where I believe they have a game set up.
All right, welcome back everyone to another mini game for some more points in the Battle of the Gods. We have Team Anubis and Team Horus here for some really intense fishing action coming up right here. We have Nimsh and Eloise for Team Horus, and RDU and Ecop for Team Anubis. And we're gonna have 2 rounds of fishing here to see who can catch the most and gain the most points. As you can see, this is a pretty intense game we have warmed up right here, and the objective is to catch as many fish as possible in 2 minutes time. So Ecop and Nimsh are gonna start. They're gonna have 2 minutes to catch as many fish as possible with these rods. And this is gonna be moving, so it's gonna be even harder to catch them. And after those 2 minutes, RDU and Eloise go at it again for 2 minutes as well. 30 points per fish, and the winning team in the end gains 200 points on top. So everybody's ready, I think? So let's get this started. 2 minutes time for you. All right. It's actually not as easy as it looks because these little buggers actually open and close their mouths at times. Okay, that's 1 point for Team Anubis right there. Ecop catching it. It's actually not as easy as it looks. So fish only counts as caught if you transport it all the way to your basket, as Nimsh did right there. So 1 point for Team Horus as well. Another one for both teams, actually. Some pro fishing here. 30 seconds left, actually, only. Three points currently for both teams now, actually. One more fish being caught by Nimsh there for Team Horus. Come on, Ecop, there's not much time left. Oh, okay, we'll count that one. And 1 minute left now. 1 minute left, guys. 1 minute left. Gets increasingly difficult, obviously. Oh, they're really going at it, though. To be honest, I didn't expect you guys to catch any at all in the beginning. Oh, that one doesn't count, Nimsh. You didn't put it in the basket, so it doesn't count. Okay, Ecop's actually doing it very slowly and concentrated here. Get as many fish as possible. It actually becomes even more difficult when the basket is almost full, because if they fall out, they don't count. You have to put them in the basket. Okay, 20 seconds left. 15 now. Well, this looks pretty good for Team Anubis right now. Right, another one for Nish. Every fish counts, guys. Remember, there's another one. Another round coming up. Oh, the reset. 3 more seconds. 2, 1, and stop. No more fish count. That one doesn't count. There we go. All right, good job, guys. Good job. Let's turn this off. So we're obviously gonna reset for the next round. But first, let's count the fish we already caught. That's 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. What's that, 11 RU? So it's 11 for Team Anubis. Oh, 11 for both teams actually, so we're tied at the moment. So RDU and Eloise for the deciding round. Let's reset these fish. Put them in. It's all about the technique, guys. It's all about the technique. Remember, that's 30 points for each fish. That's actually a lot. I'm bad at math, but ECOP can tell me how many points are possible, yeah? Let's see. So here's the reset. 11 points, or 11 fish rather, for both teams right here. It's 200 points on top for the winning team. Are you ready? Yes, you are. 2 minutes time, starting now. All right. So Nimsh and ECOP both had a pretty good technique. Let's see how Eloise and RDU do. So Eloise already caught one. There's the second one. Radu gets his first one as well. He actually looks really concentrated. Let's go at this. 3 points for Team Horus already. There's the fourth one. The fifth one. Well, RDU really needs to catch up right now. Remember, this is the decisive round. Even if your team doesn't win, it's 30 points for each fish. There's the second one for Radu. It's already 6 for Eloise, I think. Team Anubis definitely has to catch up here. ECOP not saying anything. Well, Nimsh is just absolutely supporting the heck out of Eloise right now. Come on, RDU. You got this. Catch those fish. Less than 1 minute left right now to pick up the pace here. Also for Eloise, who's in the lead right now, it makes sense, of course, to gain more and more points for her team. There's a third one for Radu. Can he catch up right now? Oh, close. Oh, very close right there. Both contestants not saying anything, very concentrated. But RDU's getting it, oh, very close. Doesn't count. So we only got 20 seconds left right now. Catch the rest of these fish.
Let's go.
It's looking very good for Team Horus right now. Oh, that one doesn't count since it went next to the basket. You have to put it into the basket. It's over. That's game over, guys. All right. Ellie's looking very stressed out, so we're gonna have to turn this off, of course. And count the fish. So, I count 3 fish in the basket. How many are in there? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow, all right. So 23 fish caught in total for Team Horus and only 14 for Team Anubis, which makes this victory a good one for Team Horus. So congratulations right there. 200 extra points go to Team Horus. So definitely check back for some more mini games later on. So maybe Team Anubis can make a comeback. I know ECOP is very amped to win some more games. He always is here at SeatStory Cup. If you want to tweet for some more points for your team, you can do that. So with the hashtag Team Anubis or hashtag Team Horus, you can actually gift some more points to your team. So maybe all Anubis supporters out there, you really have to make a jump forward and tweet for your team so they can get some more points. Same for Team Horus, of course, but they're very far in the lead right now, I think. So see you after the next couple of games for some more mini games. Until then, have a lot of fun with the next match. See you guys.